Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a super fun mystery. It's all about a girl named Jansen and a very sneaky circus clown. So let's follow the clues together and see if we can help her crack the case.
So let me ask you something. Can you remember everything you see? I mean, every single little detail, just like a camera taking a picture? It's pretty tough, right? Well, today we're going to meet a girl who has a special power that lets her do exactly that. And here she is. This is the hero of our story, Jansen. Now, her real name is actually Jennifer, but everyone calls her Cam. You know, like Cam Era. And believe me, there's a really amazing reason for that nickname. See, Cam has this incredible thing called a photographic memory. So what does that mean? It means her mind literally works like a camera. It can capture a perfect, detailed picture of anything she sees. How cool is that?
Okay, so you're probably wondering how this amazing memory of hers actually works. Well, it's pretty simple and it's awesome. Whenever Cam sees something important she needs to remember, she just looks at it, closes her eyes, and says, click. And just like that, bam, she's stored a perfect photograph right there in her brain that she can look at whenever she wants.
All right, so let's get into the story. It all kicks off with a day at the circus. Cam, her best friend Eric, and her Aunt Molly are all heading to the Jack Wally Circus. They're totally excited for a day filled with elephants, amazing acrobats, and just a whole lot of fun. So picture this. They're making their way through this super crowded lobby, trying to get to their seats, when all of a sudden, a short, kind of clumsy clown bumps right into Aunt Molly. The clown does this funny little bow to say sorry, and everyone around them just laughs. It seems like, just normal circus fun. Okay, so the circus show is fantastic, but then intermission starts, and that's when Cam and her family realize that something is very wrong. Aunt Molly decides to get some ice cream, so she opens up her handbag to get some money, and oh no, she makes a really shocking discovery. Her wallet is gone, and she's positive she had it just a little while ago when she bought the tickets. And here's the crazy part. It's not just Aunt Molly. A moment later, they hear another woman say her wallet's missing, and then another one. That's 3 women in total. Okay, yeah, this is definitely not a coincidence. Something fishy's going on. So, we've got a real mystery on our hands, right here at the circus. There's a thief in the crowd, and someone has got to figure out who it is, and fast, before they can slip away. Well, this sounds like a job for Cam and her amazing mental camera, right? She already has a pretty good idea of who the thief might be, so she wastes no time. The investigation starts right now. And just like that, Cam puts 2 and 2 together. She remembers that the very same clumsy clown who bumped into her Aunt Molly also bumped into that woman in the red dress, one of the other victims. It seems like this clown is doing a lot of accidental bumping. And this is where her superpower comes in. Luckily for everyone, Cam used her mental camera at the perfect moment. She knows she has a picture of that clown bumping into the woman stored right in her mind. It's time to take a closer look. So Cam closes her eyes and says, click, to review the picture. And what she sees is crystal clear. There's the short clown with the curly red hair. She sees the clown bump into the woman. And then she sees the clown's hand slip right into the woman's handbag. The clown is stealing her wallet. Okay, so now Cam knows exactly who they're looking for. She and Eric immediately rush off to find that short clown with the red, curly hair. They search all over the busy lobby, but he's just gone. Vanished. So, the clown has disappeared, and it feels like the investigation has hit a wall. But just when you think it's over, as the circus ends and everyone starts to leave, Cam's super sharp eyes spot something. Another clue. Cam spots a clown she saw earlier, the one who was holding a chalkboard. He's the one who told her he hadn't seen a thing. Now he's leaving in a big hurry with a woman, and Cam notices something suspicious. They both have little bits of clown makeup still on their faces. And this is the big aha moment for Cam. All this time, they've been searching for a short man dressed up as a clown. But then she looks at the woman who's leaving, and she's short. And suddenly it all makes sense. The thief wasn't a man at all. It was a woman in a very clever disguise. All right, here we go, the grand finale. Outside it's pouring rain, but that doesn't stop them. Cam, Eric, and Aunt Molly confront the 2 suspects right before they can get away in their car. Aunt Molly is super smart and distracts the woman. who totally panics and tries to make a run for it. But as she dashes away, her paper shopping bag, which is completely soaked from all the rain, rips right open, and everything inside tumbles out all over the street.
And look what spills out. It's all the proof they need. There are the floppy clown shoes, the curly red wig, the white jacket and pants, and, you guessed it, a whole bunch of stolen wallets.
So now the whole plan is out in the open. It wasn't just one person, it was a team of two really clever thieves. The woman put on a disguise as a clumsy male clown so she could snatch the wallets. Meanwhile, the man with the chalkboard was her partner, acting as a lookout and even trying to throw Cam off their trail.
The circus guards managed to hold the thieves just long enough for the police to show up, and thanks to Cam's absolutely amazing memory and her super sharp eyes, all the wallets are returned to their happy owners and the two tricky clowns are caught. Cam Jansen solved the mystery.
You know, this story really shows us that just paying close attention to all the little details around you can make a huge difference. You don't have to have a photographic memory like Cam to be a great observer. If you just look closely, you can solve all sorts of problems. And who knows, maybe you can even be a hero too.